So there's this bully, Choi Changdong, and his two buddies. They are reading this boring webtoon. It's all about some loser becoming strong and, like, standing up to his bully. Changdong's thinking, ugh, this is so outdated. Bullies don't exist anymore. Talk about irony, huh? Because guess what? He is the bully, and he's making Kim Sahayan's life a living hell. Sahayan's suffering every single day because of those three. He knows, unlike in those cheesy webtoons where losers suddenly get superpowers from, like quests, there's no escape for him in the real world. Ugh, if only I could get a superpower, he thinks. Open quest window, he shouts. I mean, you gotta admire the dedication. But, like, nothing happens, right? He knows it's immature, hopeless, until a quest window pops up. Do you want to start a quest? It asks. Seriously? This is the moment. Sahayan's life, it's about to change for good. Maybe leave a comment on what quest you think he gets. The next day at school, Sahayan's looking around, thinking, humans are divided into two types, aren't they? Insiders, the extroverts, the bullies, and outsiders, introverts, the losers. He's an outsider for sure, but now he's feeling different, like he's got something special, though he's still wondering if it's all just a big, crazy delusion. So he's opening and closing that quest window like a nervous tick. Finally, he accepts it, even though it's totally beyond logic. He clicks yes to start and accidentally bumps into Chiron Beck. Oops. Chiron, of course, takes this as an assault. I mean, drama queen much? Slap. Right across the face. Give me a sandwich from the cafeteria, she demands. I have 20,000 followers on Instagram because of my beautiful legs. Can't risk hurting them. So she can't go, but surprise, surprise, she doesn't give him money for the sandwich. It's a get-it-for-free type of errand. Another bully in the mix, huh? Sahayan, too scared to say a word, silently heads to the cafeteria. On the way, bam, he bumps in his OG bully, Choi. And Choi just starts beating him up for absolutely no reason. Talk about adding insult to injury. Sahayan barely manages to stand. He promises himself, I'll get revenge on all of them, one day. But then, he sees Choi's face, and his fear kicks in hard. He apologizes. Pathetic, right? But relatable. After school, Sahayan gets home and explodes. He tells his mom he wants to drop out. I want to be a YouTuber, he whines like every other Gen Z kid trying to become the next Beast. Of course, he doesn't tell her it's because he's being bullied. His little sister, Dahayan, thinks he's being totally irrational. You're not going to pop off like viral hit, she scoffs. Neither his mom nor his sister approve of his. Ahem, absurd decision. So he locks himself in his room and starts the quest. So, the system kicks off a quest. It tells Sahayan he'll get a special card after, completing it. What's that all about? He's dying to know the task. The system, in its infinite wisdom, throws a tutorial quest at him. Apologize to mom. A gold card, huh? For apologizing? Sahayan's thinking, cha-ching. I can sell that. He rushes to the kitchen. Mom, I'm really sorry for yelling. He keeps apologizing like a lot. His sister, Dahayan, is like, dude, shut up. Sahayan checks the system. Gold card acquired. Back in his room, he's thinking, what does this baby do? 3 centimeters of height. It's happening. He uses the card and, bam, he excitedly runs to his mom and sister, practically screaming. Did it work? He measures himself. Again, yes, this is amazing. More quests, please. Mom apologizes too for being angry and tells him dinner's ready. Sahayan's feeling pretty good about this whole quest thing as he heads to school the next day. His classmates are all, dude, did you get taller? Sahayan feels amazing, just vibing with his new height and power. He can't wait for the next quest. He opens the menu, another tutorial quest. 1 gold card, 1 silver card, nice. The quest. Sahayan must kiss Chiron. Talk about a kiss of death quest. Huh. Just then, he bumps into Chiron, and she's beating him for it. Sahayan's thinking, how am I going to even get close to her, let alone kiss her? This is an impossible quest. I try to get Elon Musk to tweet something normal. Chiron stops hitting him. She remembers creeps like that kind of thing. Yikes. Sahayan opens the quest menu again. He's about to forfeit, but the system warnings him. Give up, and you lose all rewards. The quest window will never appear again. No shrinking back down. Okay. New plan. Kiss Chiron. Again. Back in class, he's panicking. He can't just ask her. He'll be slapped in next week. So, the system wants him to kiss her without her consent? Oh, hell no. Sahayan keeps saying kiss over and over like he's rehearsing for a role. Kuza asks, you want to kiss, bro? Before things get too weird, Sahayan realizes Kuza's joking. But wait, Sahayan notices bruises on Kuza's face. What's that about? Kuza explains he's been getting bullied recently, and well, that really sucks. So, Kuza again asks Sahayan, why do you keep saying kiss right next to me? Seriously? Sahayan explains, I have a mission, okay? Someone wants me to kiss a girl. Kuza, ever the realist, knows a loser like Sahayan won't score a kiss easily. A genius idea, he declares. Pay the girl for the kiss. But guess what? Sahayan's broke. He immediately begs Kuza to lend him money. Kuza's all like, nope. The biggest mistake? Lending money to friends. It's like flushing your money down the toilet. Don't you think? If you agree, why not drop a like and maybe even subscribe? Sahayan, undeterred, thinks of another plan. Isolate Chiron. Make his move. He remembers she always skips PE. Genius. So, He skips PE class too to be alone with her. Sharon's all, why'd you skip PE? She's totally messing with him. Go buy me strawberry milk. But hold on, Sahayan already bought it. He's feeling pretty good about himself, thinking he's impressed her. Finally, she will like me. Sahayan, not so much. I've got myself a loyal servant, she thinks. Savage. Sahayan realizes their alone time is running out. Desperate, he makes another move. First, he takes a sip of her drink for courage. Then he gets close and asks, have you ever kissed someone before? Chiron is shocked. But plot twist, Sahayan's bullies have arrived and recorded everything. Changdong starts bullying Sahayan. Thinking you have a crush on Chiron? He mocks. Sahayan tells Changdong to delete the recording, even screams at him. Changdong punches him in the face and slaps him for showing courage. The slaps keep coming. Finally, Chiron stops him. Delete the video, Changdong. Changdong, obeying the queen's command, deletes it. But on the way out, he drops a bombshell. I never recorded her. Sahayan goes home early, thanks to Chiron, and starts to cry. I needed to kiss Chiron before the end of school. He realizes he screwed up badly and will lose his quest window too. But then the quest window pops up. Quest complete. Turns out, Sahayan taking a sip of Chiron's drink earlier. Chiron then used the same straw. Technically a kiss. I mean, that's technically true, right? Kind of like when Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian were an item. Very unexpected. Sahayan doesn't understand, but he's more excited about the rewards. He reveals the gold card. It grants him 20/20 vision. He uses the card and bam. No more nerd look. He sees he has a silver card too. Yeah, silver, he thinks. Probably not as good as gold. Little does he know, this survival quest is just beginning. Later, Sahayan dances around the house. His eyes are fixed. His sister, Dahayan, scolds him. You're acting like a monkey, she says. Eat your food quietly. Sahayan looks for his mom to tell her the good news. But, she's working a night shift. She'll be late. Dahayan notices a bruise on Sahayan's face. She knows he got beat up. Sahayan tries to hide it, tries to hide that he's a loser. But Dahayan already knows. Stay away from me at school, she says. It's embarrassing being your brother. Ouch. The next day, school. Bam. Changdong punches Sahayan in the gut. Can you believe this guy? Changdong can't believe Sahayan even showed up after yesterday. He needs to instill more fear. Back at the school, lunchtime for another torture session. After Changdong leaves, Kuzo apologizes. He's such a good friend, even if a little, unable to change the situation. Sahayan says, it's not your fault. It's the rule of the rulers. Don't interrupt when someone is getting hit. Sahayan goes back to his desk and starts to cry. He's bound to get tortured again at lunch. So lunchtime, he goes to the back of the school and apologizes to Changdong. Changdong throws a cigarette on the ground. Fetch it, like the loyal dog you are. Seriously, is this guy for real? Then Dahayan shows up. She sees Sahayan on the ground. What are you doing here? Changdong lies. We're just playing. We're friends. He's trying to avoid getting reported to the teachers. He then takes Sahayan away. He's got a plan, a really bad plan. In the washroom, Changdong wants Sahayan to introduce him to his sister. Sahayan knows Changdong has bad intentions, really bad intentions. There's no need to get introduced, Sahayan says. She's just a boring girl. Changdong reveals he doesn't care about Dahayan's personality. I just want to get my way with her. Kuza overhears. He steps up, but gets beaten up by Changdong immediately. Seems like Kuza is about to find out. Sahayan looks away in fear, even though he should be standing up for his sister. Changdong proceeds to kick Kuza, reminding him how ugly he looks. Then, Sahayan finally gains some courage. A perfect jab at Changdong. Pow! A flashback. Sahayan got the boxing skill jab from the silver card. He just activated it. Convenient, right? I mean, it's like the universe wants him to stand up for himself. And wouldn't you know it, another quest. Win the fight against Changdong. More rewards incoming. Think of it as your reward for liking and subscribing. Sahayan tells Changdong, you'll be punished for even thinking about abusing my sister. He's ready to beat him up. Changdong finds this amusing. The rat, finally standing up to the lion. He thinks the first jab was a fluke, right? So, he slowly approaches Sahayan, ready to teach him a lesson. But Sahayan jab, jab, jab. He's completely knocked out. Sahayan then sits on Changdong, opens his quest window, and bam. His jab's proficiency increased. Before he can check it out more, Kuza's all, run, quickly, because Changdong's thug friends are going to be after them. After escaping the toilet incident, Kuza's like, dude, the whole school's probably rampant right now. All of Changdong's bully associates, hunting them down. Sahayan wonders how he's even going to attend school now. I'll be ganged up on every time. But Kuza gets to the important stuff. Where did you learn to box? Sahayan's response? YouTube. I learned a lesson on YouTube. Is it just me? Or is learn a lesson on YouTube the most millennial thing ever? Sahayan remembers his jab proficiency. Gotta check that out. He sees he's at F rank. Only a few points to the next level. Kuza sees Sahayan talking to himself. You want another kiss or something, man? Sahayan's all, I'm fine, and proceeds to check his quest rewards. Chiron and her two friends find Sahayan. Everyone's looking for you. She tells Sahayan it's better if he leaves the school and promises not to rat him out. Just go. But before Sahayan and Kuza can escape, 3 senior bullies show up. The leading bully, seeing how much of a wimp they look, wonders how Changdong got beat. They start beating up Kuza first, and our protagonist, Sahayan, wonders, what do I do? He knows if he stays any longer, that guy will come. That guy, the leader of the high school, Hajuan. He's never lost a fight because of his boxing skills. Speaking of Hajuan, he arrives and learns from Changdong that he was hit by Sahayan. Hajuan asks Sahayan, did you really hit Changdong? Sahayan explains, he talked badly about my sister. Hajuan doesn't think that's good enough. If you're so good, hit me. Sahayan hesitates. Hajuan promises, if you hit me, I'll let you go. He wonders what he should do, and then decides to use his quest rewards now. Don't forget to let me know what you think down in the comments. Sahayan sees a silver card and a bronze card. The silver card grants him the ability called the Beans of Recovery, allowing him to recover physical strength once a day. And the bronze card, high-pitched skills, which makes his vocal pitch higher and louder. How will he use these? And who will subscribe to find out? Sahayan. He's thinking, will this high-pitch ability even help me right now? Probably not. So, Beans of Recovery it is. He wants to get his strength back. But wait for it. It's useless. He's got no strength to recover. Hajuan's getting ticked. Hey, Sahayan, you gonna hit me or what? Sahayan's thinking fast. Either way, I'm getting beat up. So he decides, what the heck, let's fight Hajuan, the strongest bully in school. He throws a jab, bam, but Hajuan dodges it like it's nothing, counters with his own punch. Wham! Sahayan's out. Wakes up like minutes later. How am I still in one piece? And there's Hajuan. Oh great. He figures, this bully's not gonna let me off that easy for trying to hit him. So, he surrenders, ready for round 2. But hold up. Hajuan says he's done. What? Instead, he takes Sahayan out for a smoke. Hangs with his delinquent buddies. Sahayan's feeling like the odd man out, totally confused. Is this some kind of trap? Is he gonna beat me up where the teachers can't see? Hajuan offers him a cigarette. Sahayan says, nah, I don't smoke. Hajuan takes it back, and then get this, apologizes for punching him. Says he reacted without thinking because Sahayan hit better than he expected. Hajuan, the boxing prodigy, even says Sahayan's got talent. Talk about character development. It's giving like that Drake meme with the 2 faces. You know the one. Later at home, Sahayan's mind is racing. Why would a bully like Hajuan apologize and be so nice? Maybe, just maybe, the rumors are wrong. Or maybe Hajuan's gonna jump him tomorrow. Ugh, this is all the quest window's fault. He thinks, who is assigning these tutorial quests? He checks the quest menu, sees he's still doing the beginner stuff. Maybe that's why I'm getting all these cards, because it's the beginning reward. He notices his rewards are tied to fighting, so he starts to wonder if he will get better rewards if he actually starts doing the main quests. The next day at school, Sahayan and Kuza are on edge. Hajuan hasn't made a move. Sahayan's thinking, he's waiting for me to drop my guard, then bam, murder. Then Changdong walks up. Hajuan wants to see you after school, he says, and just leaves. Sahayan's too busy freaking out about Hajuan to notice Changdong wasn't aggressive at all. This is it. This is the end. He's getting more and more tense thinking about seeing him after school. His nerves shot. Kuza chimes in, dude, you gotta go. Running won't make it any better. So, with no option left, Sahayan heads to the club to meet Hajuan. He walks in and what does he see? Hajuan and his gang just hanging out. Hajuan's like, Sahayan, take a seat. And wow, all the popular girls from school are there too. He's thinking, okay, how can I get beaten up as little as possible in front of them? Speaking of popular girls, Sharon's there too. She asks, what are you doing here? But before he can answer, the other girls are all over him. Sing something? You're the new guy. After all, he can't refuse. He doesn't want to ruin their vibe, right? So he gives it a try, even though he's known for being, let's just say, not a good singer. But he shocks everyone, including himself. Using the high-pitched skill, he hits every note of the song perfectly. He gets applause, and even Hajuan and Chiron are impressed. Everyone's wondering, who is this talented kid? And instantly, he's labeled as Hajuan's friend. They're all egging Sahayan on to sing more. And he realizes, Hajuan didn't bring him here to beat him up. He just wanted to have fun. Could it be? Is Hajuan not actually a bad guy? The next day, Sahayan heads off to school, excited for the first time ever. He's thinking his school life's gonna be a soft breeze now that he's friends with Hajuan. He even reveals that Hajuan told him to let him know if anything bad happens from now on. Yesterday, he was blaming the quest window for potentially ruining his life, but today, he's thanking it for rebuilding it. He runs into Hajuan and bam, the quest window pops up. He's unlocked a main quest, complete the first one, and he gets rewarded with a platinum card. He's stoked. He starts the quest immediately, only to find out he has to defeat the top dog of the school, the one and only Hajuan, and he has to do it in under 3 days. Sahayan's become friends with Hajuan because of these quests, and now the same quests are telling him to beat him in a fight. Sahayan's wondering, how on earth am I going to defeat the strongest person in school, who's also a good person? Maybe this quest is a bit sus. Just saying. While eating dinner with Kuza and Hajuan in the cafeteria, Sahayan finally comes up with an idea. Just give up on the quest. He can live his life peacefully with Hajuan by his side, right? His goal is to have a normal life at school. If he picks a fight with Hajuan and loses, not only will he lose all his rewards, but his new friend too. That's why he's chosen to give up. He looks for his new best friend, only to find him brutally beating up Changdong. Chiron sees Sahayan looking totally thrown off, so she tells him Hajuan is not actually the best person to hang out with. She reveals that Hajuan's only beating up Changdong because he didn't pay the protection money that the school bullies collect every month from the students. She says that Hajuan gets other people to do his dirty work, and then he fills his own pocket with all the payment money. She warns him, don't trust Hajuan just because he's being nice. And before she leaves, she tells him to be aware of him. Sahayan, he's got a bad feeling about Hajuan. Is this niceness for real? He hesitantly asks, why are you being so nice to me? Hajuan drops the act. It's simple, Sahayan. You're good at fighting, unlike my other useless lackeys. Ouch. Sahayan realizes he's got to beat Hajuan. If he chickens out of this quest, he loses his jab ability. If he takes it and fails, same result. He's trapped. He has to win. Otherwise, Hajuan will see him as trash. Kind of like that whole Will Smith or Chris Rock situation, right? Later that evening, Sahayan's training like crazy. You gotta make these jabs work. Remember that first fight? He thinks, my jab didn't even scratch him. He checks his other cards, useless. Is there any hope? Suddenly, a group of students approaches. At first, they're all smiles, asking for money. But seeing Sahayan's practically bankrupt, they switch gears fast. Time for a beatdown. One of them lunges and Sahayan, without thinking, throws a jab. Bam! Right in the nose. The guy crumples. Ding! A quest window pops up. His jab skill, it's leveled up from F rank to E rank. He's improving. Sahayan realizes, all that training wasn't for nothing. I need to hit these guys to get stronger. He clenches his fist, feels the power. This jab feels different. Faster, stronger. Maybe I do stand a chance against Hajuan. This is the level up arc we've been waiting for. But wait, there's more. All 5 thugs are now ganging up on him. The quest window reappears. Defeat the 5 thugs or forfeit. He thinks 5 against 1? No way. He almost forfeits. But then, wait, they're not just gonna let me walk away if I give up. He changes his mind. Time for the impossible. He takes a deep breath, opens his mouth, and screams at the top of his lungs in fear. But he nails all the high notes. It's perfect. He starts singing. Talk about a plot twist. His perfect pitch skill activates, but these thugs, they don't care about his amazing vocals. They're still coming. Sahayan throws a jab at the first guy and instantly knocks him unconscious. What? Everyone, including Sahayan, is shocked. Did he just one-punch KO? But there's no time to celebrate. The other 4 are ready for revenge. Okay, so Sahayan knows he can't take them all at once, right? And if he's surrounded, trouble. So he runs. That's the only option. He stops where he thinks he's got a shot. He leads them to a narrow alley. See, they can't gang up on him there. Gives him a better chance, doesn't it? But all that running, his stamina's gone. He summons the bean of strength, eats it. Bam! Energy restored. He throws a jab, right in the first guy's face. Lands blow after blow. The guy's down. Now only 3 more to go. But they're hesitating. They're seeing Sahayan's strength. Are they scared? Sahayan doesn't let him breathe. Jab after jab to the chin. Knockout. Quest complete. And, wait for it, a secret condition. He won without getting hit once. The system rewards him with a gold card. A high-tier reward. He excitedly claims it, but the attributes, they're unexpected. Like that twist ending in the Lakers or Celtics game. 2 days later, school. Only 8 hours left to beat Hajuan. Can he do it? He's not sure he can win against a guy who hasn't lost once, reportedly. But he has to win. He can't go back to that miserable life, you know? Kuza sees Sahayan's upset. Want a kiss? He asks. Still stuck on that first incident, huh? When Sahayan was mumbling about kisses. Sahayan's like, no, not thinking about that. Speaking of Kuza, he'd always get beaten up instead of Sahayan. What a friend. Sahayan has to protect him from Hajuan and the other bullies because, let's be honest, friends like that are rare. Sahayan knows the end is near. Thanks for everything, Kuza, he says, but before he can say more, Hajuan, the Grim Reaper himself, arrives. Invites him to hang out. Before they leave, though, a classmate bumps into Hajuan, ice cream all over his shirt. Hajuan starts wailing on the poor kid, until Sahayan stops him, calls him out for acting like a bully. Now, why is Sahayan so confident this time? The secret gold card. He thinks it'll help. Instead of getting provoked, Hajuan gets proud of Sahayan for standing up for his class. He tells Sahayan to calm down. Friends shouldn't fight, he says, then takes him to the snack shop. Later, at the sports arena, Sahayan sits lifelessly. He failed to fight Hajuan. Not much time left to complete the quest. Is it over? He gives up. Okay, so Kuza sees Sahayan looking totally bummed and figures Hajuan's been bullying him. Good guy, Kuza. He decides to step in. Then, Chiron shows up. Hey, Sahayan, she asks, did you try to pick a fight with Hajuan? She's actually impressed he got pissed just because Hajuan was beating on some other kid. Sahayan tries to explain, you're misunderstanding, Chiron. But she's not buying it. So, he switches gears, asking, why do you, a helpful person, hang out with a top bully like Hajuan? Chiron explains that being around the likes of Hajuan, well, it makes her life easier. We're not that close, Sahayan, that we can really discuss this, okay? Don't get overly friendly. She gets ready to leave. Then, bam, one of Sahayan's classmates rushes in with shocking news. Kuza's gone to fight Hajuan. Talk about a plot twist. It's true. Kuza confront Hajuan, telling him to lay off Sahayan. Forcing someone along is harassment, he says. But Hajuan's having none of it. He lands a huge punch on Kuza's cheek. Hajuan sneers, I don't like weaklings. People like you are harassing strong people like Sahayan. If I tell him to stop hanging with him, I will make him sink to my level. But Sahayan makes his choice. He's had enough. He immediately throws a jab at Hajuan. Kuza, Sahayan says, I wouldn't have lasted a day here without you. Thanks for being a true friend. Oh, bromance alert. News of this gets around fast. The entire school knows. The underdog, Sahayan, is about to fight the top dog, Hajuan. A crowd gathers, ready for a beatdown. Even Sharon's there. Should she save Sahayan from Hajuan? But she's stuck. She can't go against the school leader. After all, this drama is better than the red wedding, lol. Sahayan faces Hajuan. I only consider Kuza to be my friend, he declares, and I'm gonna knock you out in 5 seconds with my latest gold card. 5 seconds. He can fight at maximum capacity for, you guessed it, 5 seconds. The crowd? They're completely lost. 5 seconds? He must have hit his head, right? Sahayan doesn't stand a chance. But Sahayan's thinking different. He throws a jab. Hajuan dodges. Jab after jab after jab. Still nothing. Changdong notices Sahayan's weird fighting style. He only knows jabs, he wonders. Hajuan figures it out too. As soon as Sahayan runs out of steam, Hajuan starts wailing on him. You thought you could beat me with jabs? But, flashback, Sahayan never planned to win with jabs. He needed to use that gold card. He planned to lull Hajuan into a false sense of security, so he could use the ability, sending it back to the present. Sahayan gets up again and dashes at Hajuan, screaming the words, 5 seconds. With perfect pitch, repeatedly, he gets punched away by Hajuan until Hajuan finally lets his guard down. Only then does Sahayan get close enough to hold on. He uses the healing being to restore his stamina. Then bam. He uses the maximum capacity card to increase his weight to 344 pounds. Immediately, he slams Hajuan on the ground with his unlocked full potential force. Right after, he wears his tank top crisscrossed fashion statement and lands heavy blows right on Hajuan's face for 5 seconds. Winning against him, everyone is left completely shocked. Hajuan and Sahayan lay on the ground, half beaten to death. Hajuan struggles to speak, but still admits defeat. So, the quest window rewards Sahayan with a platinum card, which he claims immediately. Later, at school, Hajuan's classmates notice he hasn't come back to the classroom. They assume he isn't going to come to school anymore because he got humbled in front of the entire school. They hope he never shows up again because, let's face it, he was a pain. They then discuss how amazing the fight was. Who would have thought a loser like Sahayan would come out as the winner? But now, they can't even call him a loser. He has become the top dog of the high school. So he goes to the toilet and peeks at his platinum card that he got after going through literal hell. He opens the card stats, and it reveals itself to be a normal card that has the power to peek at another person. Really? Sahayan becomes confused. How could this card ever be useful to him? Don't worry, he thinks, I won't give too much thought right now. He goes out of the restroom with Kuza, but feels embarrassed in the hallway because everyone keeps staring at him. He realizes that word of him beating up Hajuan has already spread. He overhears people making up silly rumors about him, like he is a psychopath under that cute face and is a bully. The students even begin to spread absurd rumors about Kuza being Sahayan's right hand, and that he is a secret member of the Yakuza. Can you believe it? Sahayan can't take this any longer and looks for a way to stop these rumors from spreading any further. Before he can take any steps, the first-year leader, Hyundong Lee, comes to him with his lackeys to properly greet him. Although they are Sahayan's juniors, they look no less than proper adults. Hyundong even bows to Sahayan. He panics and tells him not to do it. I don't intend to be the leader of the school, he says. I only want to live in peace. But Hyundong makes him understand that not being their leader is the same as abandoning them. But Sahayan doesn't care about some worthless bullies, so if he tells him to leave his sight immediately. So Kuza's laying it all out. Hyundong, that guy apparently, he was a Hajuan groupie, followed him everywhere. But Hajuan got beat down, right? So now he's sniffing around Sahayan for the exact same reason. You catching this? Sahayan's totally lost. What's the reason? He's thinking. Kuza spills the beans. Unification, that's the play. Hyundong wants to unite all of Kangbuk High. Apparently, Kangbuk's a straight-up battlefield right now. The 4 top high schools are fighting for turf. And Hyundong, he's dreaming of a unified front. Sahayan's like, unification? Don't care. Just want to survive high school. But bam, quest menu pops up. A main quest. Rule Kangbuk High. 3 tasks. First, win over the freshmen. He's thinking, seriously? Maybe I just ditch the whole thing. But if he bails, he loses all his abilities. Then what? People will figure out he's weak, prey on him again. Nope. Guess I'm stuck, he says to himself. He turns around, faces the freshman he just scared off, and says, I was just testing you guys. I'm taking over West Kangbuk High. And you know what? The freshmen are amped. Suddenly, unification is back on the menu. One of them says, unifying Kangbuk. Yes. Later, back in class, Sahayan's shivering. He realizes, more fights, more drama to hold this position. But he's got to focus. He's got that platinum card. Time to try it out. Then Chiron walks up. Also, you've taken over the whole school? She's got questions, but then pause. She sees Sahayan staring at her, menacingly. Little does she know, he's already activated his peek at you skill. He can see her stats. B rank intelligence. C rank potential. Weak on strength, speed, endurance. Cool skill, he thinks, but not exactly what I hoped for. Disappointment washes over him. Chiron gets uncomfortable. Blushes. He won't stop staring. Is it just me? Or is this whole scene giving Major Elon Musk interview vibes? But he's not staring at her. He's staring at the stats menu. He looks at his own stats. Intelligence and potential are alright, but he lacks everything else. Sharon's had enough. Smack. She hits him and storms off. He's still thinking about the stat board, not the fact that he just creeped someone out. Later, in the hallway, Sahayan and Kuza are getting a personal escort to the cafeteria by Hyundong himself. Sahayan's confused. Why are you doing this? Hyundong reveals that he is only here to give him the collection money that he got this month. Hyundong's like, just bringing you the protection money I collected this month. All yours. Sahayan. He really doesn't want the blood money. But Kuza? Bam. He snatches it up, tucking it right into his vest. Soyen's totally confused. Why is Hyundong acting this way? So, he uses his peek at you skill on Hyundong. And WHOA, B-level intelligence. C rank in strength and speed. Seeing those stats, Sahayan realizes, I can't get mixed up with this thug. It's just going to bring trouble. He starts to walk away, but Hyundong stops him. He needs Sahayan to attend his inauguration as the new leader of West Kangbuk High. And just then, the quest window pops up. Attend the ceremony? It's now part of the main quest. Sahayan, with literal tears in his eyes, has no choice. He's got to go. At the ceremony, Hyundong spills the beans on his plan to unite Kangbuk. Kangbuk is a war zone right now, he says. Johan Sien, who used to have it all united, just gave it up. No leader means chaos. East Kangbuk High's gone wild, making money by peddling people. Then, South Kangbuk High, a bunch of model students, surprisingly. They're running some kind of business? Hyundong suspects something auspicious is up with them too. Before he can say more, Sahayan interrupts. Why can't we just let them take over our school? He asks. Maybe then we could all get along. Hyundong scoffs. That's not an option. The other schools already have their eyes on Sahayan. Apparently, there's a rumor going around about Sahayan. Tank top Sahayan, he announces, the man who wears his tank top crisscrossed as he strikes down his enemies. Hyundong admits he started the rumor. Sahayan realizes these guys are maniacs. He makes it crystal clear he wants no part of this. He just wants a peaceful life. Later, back at home, he's chilling, watching TV. His younger sister, Dahayan, comes home. Why are you the center of attention at school? She asks, why are the seniors bowing to me whenever they see me? Sahayan, trying to play it cool, tells her not to worry. He goes back to slacking off, dreaming of a normal life. Denial. It's not just a river in Egypt, is it? But on the other side of Kangbuk, Jeha, the top dog of East High, hears from his lackey that Hajuan was defeated. He is furious. He doesn't even care about the news. And the squeaky clean, most ideal student, Sukam, the top dog of South Kangbuk High, also learns that Hajuan was defeated by Tank Top Sahayan. So he looks forward to seeing him at the Kangbuk High conference. Oh boy, this is going to be good. Meanwhile, Hyundong was wondering how he'd convince Sahayan to come to the conference, but he didn't need to wonder for long. Sahayan calls him personally. Why? He's been assigned the third and final task, see? Main quest, obviously. Sahayan can't just ignore those 11 cards as a reward. Can he? He has to do it. He tells Hyundong he'll be there. Hyundong immediately cuts the call. He's got to make preparations, and looks like he's up to something. Sahayan goes to school, and, just for fun, uses his peek at you skill on more people. He notices they're getting grossed out. He realizes he can make people feel embarrassed using this skill too. Maybe I shouldn't peek so lightly, he thinks. Still, he takes one last peek at his dear friend Kuza, and sees that Kuza has S-rank potential. Talk about leveling up your friends. The day of the Kangbuk conference arrives. Sahayan decides to attend peacefully, but peace might not be an option. His first-year lackeys, led by Hyundong, arrive in front of him and bow. Awkward. Hyundong explains that he's prepared these guys in case something goes down at the conference. He tells Sahayan they're the best fighters in the first year, and they even volunteer to be here. Kuza, just to humor them, says, prepare yourselves for the upcoming war. Sahayan doesn't want any of that to happen. Everyone except Hyundong leave. Hyundong assumes that Sahayan has the strength to take everyone at the conference alone. Smart kid, so he dismisses his lackeys. Meanwhile, the top dog of East High, Jeha, is beating up more people just to show what kind of monster he is. Seriously? Couldn't he find a better hobby? Sahayan, Kuza, and Hyundong are at the construction site that's supposed to be the conference site. Sahayan walks in, thinking of the possibility that he might get into a fight. But instead, he gets warmly welcomed by the top dog of South High Kong. Sahayan takes a seat, thinking that Kong is a nice guy. Hyundong whispers, don't be fooled by Kang's smile. He's the most dangerous of all the leaders. Sahayan checks his quest menu and sees that his quest hasn't been completed yet. So, he realizes that people from the other schools need to show up too. At that very moment, Jeha and his lackeys show up. with a terrifying attitude. They intimidate Sahayan and his group. The quest window opens again and shows Sahayan that his quest is complete. Success. He tries to sneak his way out of the place, but Jaeha stops him and holds his neck to provoke him. Jaeha tells Sahayan to beat him like he beat Hajuan. Now, Sahayan has figured out that if he shows any intent to fight, the quest window will pop up and give him a new task to beat Jaeha. So, he keeps his composure and does nothing in order to prevent the quest from appearing. Smart move, Sahayan. Real smart. I wonder if he will stay calm for long. What do you think? Leave a comment down below. While Jaeha's playing the fool, Kong and his team, they're completely baffled. They can't believe Sahayan isn't afraid of Jaeha. They're thinking, so, the rumors about Sahayan? Maybe they're true. Maybe he is ruthless. So Kong, being the snake he is, decides, let's force Jaeha and Sahayan to fight. Then I can take them both out when they're worn down. Jaeha's assistant tries to stop him. Don't do it. Kong will totally take advantage. He's like, calm down. Remember, Kang's the most dangerous guy in this room. Eventually, Jaeha backs off, and Kong, he just ends the meeting. What a power move. Sahayan, he's thinking, finally, I can go home. But before he leaves, he gets curious. He wants to peek at Kong and Jaeha's stats. But the system's like, nah, your peek at you level, too low. So he sulks back home. Maybe drop a comment on who you think has better stats. The next day, on his way to school, bam, Sahayan's path is blocked by some first-year lackeys. They're all, we heard everything about the Kangbuk High Conference. We heard you took down Jaeha, the top dog of East High, with your Dragon Tiger Fist. And it was all over before Kong could even intervene. They add, this info's all over the school. Sahayan's thinking, who's spreading these rumors? Then it hits him, Hyundon, that little, and he curses him all the way while the crowd cheers him on. Gotta love those school hallways. A few hours later at school, wham, Sahayan suddenly gets a fever. He heads to the nurse's office to rest, figuring it's all this stress. He thinks, might as well use this time wisely. So, he decides to claim his cards from the last quest. He starts claiming and opens the only gold card. It's called Car Master. It lets him combine or assemble cards to get higher or lower ranks. Cool. Sahayan decides to use it, combining some bronze cards. Now, he claims the 10 bronze cards and finds only one thing that's even remotely useful, Leap of Strength. It boosts his strength at the cost of intelligence. Tempting, he thinks, keeping that one. He combines the rest. Combining 2 bronze cards gives him a new silver card. This one lets him learn a boxing move, Straight Punch. Sahayan gets a thrill. Is this what gambling feels like? Like a true gambler, he takes a risk. 4 bronze cards at once. He gets 2 silver cards. They give him abilities that would be useful in soccer. Okay, a bit random. So, like the gambler he's become, he combines the 2 silver cards, hoping for a gold card. And it works. He gets a great attack card. Master, please. This card makes something good happen whenever the user gets hit. Talk about a plot twist. I wonder if that card would work on Kanye West. That's all for today. For the next part, make sure to subscribe my channel Fire Recap. And you don't forget to share and like the video. I am out.